Hey, thanks for watching Numbskull News. And today, we're going to get into this BYU tampering with Utah, stealing their players, just jacking them right in the same state. But before we get into all that, Kenny Dillingham, he's making more money. Just after a couple of seasons, Kenny Dillingham is cashing in. And let me tell you something about this contract, people. It's a genius level contract from Arizona State. His salary is going to increase to $5.8 million for next year. That's not a bad little bonus, but that's just the tip of the iceberg for this young man. And I say young man, what is he, 33, 34? Good grief. I got into the wrong field, people. So here are a lot of the details here. And there's a lot of incentives here. A ton. If that's the smart part of this thing. And it's smart of Kenny Dillingham to accept this. This thing can go 10 years. There's a possibility for this contract now to, basically run through the early 2030s. It's just a damn smart idea. And look, it's not about the money. Even though, money's nice, right? But look at this. If he wins 6 games next year and gets an invitation to a bowl, he'll get a 1-year extension. All right, he gets a 1-year extension just off of that. And each one of these, whether it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, whatever, and it also comes with a money value, right? So $100,000 for 7 wins, $200,000, and that's on top of his salary. And that salary, right? Let's say next year he wins 9 games, right? He gets $250,000 on top of his. That's a raise he gets for the remainder of the contract every year, not just one time. That's where this thing can get really, really lucrative. And he's got the team where he's going to be winning games, people. And each year, and this is why, look, Kenny, he's going to be there. He's going to be there for the long term. That's why he signed this deal. Because he gets a 1-year extension every time he has a winning season. 6 games or better. That's outstanding. And then, of course, you get the bowl game deal. $50,000 for a non-CFP bowl appearance, 1 month of annual salary for winning the game, and at his level, that's pretty nice. A 1 month salary bump there. $2 million for the next time he gets to the CFP. That ain't bad. $2.5 million for winning a quarterfinal game. $3 million for a CFP semifinal win. $4 million if he wins a championship. And he gets, a cool little $1 million just for signing. A little signing bonus. This is smart as hell. This is smart as hell. People all around the country, especially in the Big 12, need to look at this contract. You got a young coach you really like. He's doing good for you. Look at what they're doing here. Especially a dude who wants to be there long term. This is Kenny Dillingham. This is why he signed it. That's how you know he's there for the long term. Unless the NFL comes calling one day. You never know. But if they come calling, then maybe that's a little different. Now, I just wanted to start off with that because that's an outstanding contract. And, it didn't warrant its own video or anything. I'm not going to do that. But I wanted to throw that in there. Just as much crap as some of the messy stuff when Arizona State coming in, some of the things that were said. But I'll tell you what, man, Arizona State fans, y'all have been solid, chopping it up in the comments with you guys. It's been great. And, of course, the team winning the Big 12, a fantastic showing versus Texas. You couldn't ask for more out of the first year of Arizona State. Glad they're here. Now, let's get to the BYU hacking up Utah's team and stealing players. First of all, Now, when I first heard this, I heard this kind of on the side. I was listening to another podcast, and I was like, whoa. I mean, it almost sounded like, okay, is the NCAA getting involved? They're not. Is there any proof of any of these allegations of BYU tamper? Other than, oh, he went and shook the hand of a couple of guys after the Holy War, and then those two guys came to BYU a couple months later. Okay, but every week I see opposing coaches shaking the hand of a good player from the other team. Give them a few words of encouragement. That crap's been going on forever. And sometimes that guy ends up with the team because you want to be cool to their best players. Because you never, especially these days, you hit the portal. Hey, remember me? I shook your hand. Thought you were awesome. Come on over. You know, don't these guys, you know, BYU and Utah, there's a lot of Mormons that go, you know, a lot of Mormon Utes, a lot of people of the Mormon persuasion that go to the University of Utah. You can't tell me they don't recruit a lot of the same guys. They do. So, is this just a big nothing burger? Is this what we're talking about? Is this just Utah fans getting a little salty because they lost a couple of players to BYU and it's embarrassing and you just had, you know, one of your shittiest seasons in a long time, your first season in the Big 12, and you get your ass kicked? Well, yeah. Apparently that's, you know, that's about all it is. And some jackhole on a podcast, I don't know his name, I don't give a damn about his name, but he put out there, he insinuated, and it kind of got, you know, a little, it got stirred up a little bit out there in internet land. What he was insinuating was that BYU is promising money that they don't have to these recruits. And money they can't pay. Well, you know what happens at that point? You lose the guy. Because if you sit there and tell somebody, hey, I'm going to give you $500,000, $1 million, whatever it is, and you can't come up with the money, you think they're going to keep playing for you? No. So do I believe they're actually lying to players to get them to sign up? No, I don't believe that for one damn second. And look, if I can't trust Mormons with being honest, then who can you trust? Who can I trust? I can't trust Republicans. I can't trust Democrats. You mean to tell me I can't trust a Mormon to tell the truth? To not lie to kids about money that they don't have? I don't believe that shit. I'm sorry. It's a lot of sour grapes. And how does this jackhole that said that shit, how does he know what money they do or do not have? How does he know what they're offering kids? A lot of basic shit he threw out there. You know, this insinuation. With no instances. He didn't give recruits names and what they were promised and what they weren't paid. He didn't give you any of that. So why am I supposed to take that shit seriously? And as I'm researching, I'm pulling up stories. Well, there's not that many stories. I mean, there's plenty of podcasts talking about it. That it's been ran through. All right, a little bit like Joy Taylor. FS1. It's been ran through like her. But there's no big media out there talking about it. Maybe it's because there's nothing there. That's what I'm getting at. There's really nothing there. Do I think Coach Satake tampered with those guys? I don't think so. I don't see any proof of that. I ain't seen jack shit. Nothing. I haven't seen text messages. I haven't seen emails. I haven't seen anything. I need to see some proof. Maybe that's why the NCAA isn't involved in any of this. Because there's nothing. There's nothing there. So look, Utah fans, you got beat by BYU last year. First season in the Big 12. Everyone's taking a turn with Utah. Just putting it in as deep as they can. Must have sucked. It must have sucked. Trust me, I know something about that. Last year, TCU 5-7. Didn't even make a bowl game. What the hell? But now, things have gotten turned around this year. Things are looking better this year. Things can look better for Utah. You don't need to resort to making shit up. Oh, he shook his hand. Who gives a damn? Well, how does that stand up in a court of law? It don't. So, I ain't worried about it. BYU fans, don't worry about it. All right? They want to bitch and complain and point the finger. Go ahead. You got fans talking about, well, we should just go independent. Make money like Notre Dame. You don't have Notre Dame's 100-plus year history. You ain't Notre Dame. Stop. You're a good brand. You're a good program. You're in the Big 12. That's as good as it's going to get. And there's room for growth here. A lot. Utah's story isn't done. It isn't over. Don't close the book on Utah. Y'all got a lot. And I mean a lot of potential. And there's a lot of potential here for success. So grab the bull by the scrote and make it buck around and give you what you want. Pissing and moaning about BYU. And look, just makes for a better rivalry. And the Holy War is the best rivalry we got. So yeah, I guess go ahead and talk shit. Go ahead and do all that. But in reality, did BYU do anything wrong? Did they break NCAA bylaws? Did they tamper? Well, there's no proof of tampering. Therefore, there's no tampering. I mean, there's a possibility that the tree fell in the forest, but nobody heard it. So therefore, still standing as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, thanks for watching this crap, and I'll be back with some other crap later. Bye.